Hello everybody, welcome back for another episode of Let's Play Ocarina of Time. I'm your host, Graham Hermini, and on the last episode, well, a bunch of stuff went down. Basically, a huge bombshell in terms of plot was dropped on us, with basically the most important being, we found out who Sheik really was, and he was actually Princess Zelda, and we found out that Ganondorf actually basically let us gather everything on purpose so we could draw out Zelda, and he kidnapped Zelda. So, yeah. That is not a good thing. Anyway, so, right over here we have, if you look on your left, you have the Dark King of Evil's palace thingy. So, yeah. I actually held off on coming here because I figured it's more epic like this, you know? So, there is Ganon's castle, looking quite ominous, and no! It can't be! Not unnamed soldier number 8! Why must the unnamed die so young? Okay, let's just go in before my heart can be broken even more. Link, can you hear me? It's Rauru, the sage. We 6 will gather our power to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. The castle's keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda. Alright, so they combined all their powers to help form a magical rainbow bridge of happiness and happiness. And I just love this part. He just kind of like, he steps on just to make sure it's like stable or something. Like he doesn't really even trust this age. He's like, are you guys sure this is gonna work? Anyway, so let's go in here. It's the final area of the game. There we go. Okay. So, oh, we're inside Ganon's castle. Really, game? I did not actually know that. Thank you for elaborating me. Please. No, it really did help. Alright, so as we can see, there's this barrier thingy. If we try to go in, yeah, we get rejected pretty hardcore. We get rejected faster than small key asking out the boss key at the... Okay, I really gotta stop with the boss key rejecting the other key at the prompt. Alright, so, in the first one, we have a Wolfos, which, I don't know why, it's kind of become synonymous, I guess you could call it, with, of the Forest Temple, I guess, so, let's just, come on, there we go, just take him down with 2 shots, and there's a treasure chest there, except it's not really anything important, so we could just ignore it for now, it's just 5 rupees, so, and honestly, when you're about to save the world, money becomes a tad bit irrelevant, if you ask me. Alright, so of course what we have to do here is just equip the fire arrows and the Din's fire, and of course, let's just go ahead and shoot that little torch there, and come on, there we go. I think half of my problem is that, like, I'm using a launch GameCube controller, so the control stick might not be as good as it could be, but in any case, for you know, lighting all the torches synonymously, or as close as synonymously as we can go through. Alright, so right here we have a puzzle, of course. And so right off the bat, what we want to do is go ahead and play the Song of Time. Alright, so for playing the Song of Time, we can actually get that rupee right there. Of course, we have to collect all these silver rupees in order to go on and pass. Alright, so let's just equip that there. There we go. And let's just get that, and crap! I didn't mean to do that. Actually, what you have to do there actually is take the hover boots and actually run across. I forgot about that in my temporary moment of insanity, I guess you could call it. Alright. So let's just go ahead and unequip those hover boots there. And let's throw that there, hopefully killing it. There we go. And so, as we can see, there is a silver rupee above us. However, we want to ignore that for now. We're not going to be able to get it until it's like the last one. So, over there is a silver rupee. Then right in front of us is yet another silver rupee. So, basically right here, there's a silver rupee. However, we want to wait for that fan to finish. So, hurry up, fan. Come on. And I swear, the camera angles are definitely something they could fix. Jeez. I don't know, all in all, it's pretty clunky, but whatever. I'm sure I'm gonna get flamed by nostalgia people who are like, no! No! This game is perfect in everything! No matter what! But, in any case, that being aside, let's just go basically retrace our steps, so use that, so let's go ahead and throw that on you. You blow up, you die, yay yay. And, ooh, that was a bit close, I almost ran off. Alright, let's get that silver rupee right there. And there we go. Get this silver rupee. And let's see if we can't. Okay. Just really quickly. Ooh, that was a really close one. Whew. Okay. So down there is a switch that we can now hit, I believe. There we go. And while it doesn't look like it did anything, we just want to really quickly take out our long shot. So go ahead and take that out. And as we can see, there's now actually a long shot post there. Let's do it. There we go. And that opens, that gets the final silver rupee. So let's just jump into the wall here so we don't fall, because I've done that in previous takes of this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump here. What? How did you not lock onto that, Linky Poo? Linky Poo. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun recording, isn't it? Okay. And, jeez. I have hands as steady as, like, I don't know what. No, I will not watch out. Good man. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and... There we go. Let's just go on and enter this room. Enter this room. Okay, so as we can see, there's like an embryo kind of thing here. So, what we want to do with that is just go ahead and equip the light arrows, and we want to shoot it with a light arrow. Alrighty. And there is the sage of whatever. The forest sage, I guess. The forest barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, Link. I like how she actually, like, goes by herself. I'm proud of that. Alright, so each time you complete a room, I guess, to kill power to the barrier, you actually get teleported way back. So that's actually a very nice convenience they added there. So, yeah. Alright, so right here we have the water temple portion, I guess you could call it. However, contrary to it being a water portion, it's not very watery, is it? Well, okay. I was actually saying this in the forest temple, and then or not the forest temple, in the water temple. However, I had to stop myself. Okay, in the beta of this game, the water temple was originally going to be the ice temple. Hence why this section is actually, you know, ice. Because of, well, exactly what I just stated. In the beta, Bruto is going to be the sage of ice. So, yeah. So, okay, after we melt that, what we want to do is just go ahead and re-get, you know, blue fire. And there we go. Okay. And let's just, fine. Just duck into nothingness. Oh, we had to wait for the other thing. Here I was hoping we could get past it, but let's just go ahead and destroy it, which in turn opens up that door. Very nice. Okay. So let's go over here, and we are given 2 minutes to solve a puzzle that, all in all, is not very hard in the slightest. What we do is just push that down there, and just push that into the hole, which, there we go. We want that to happen, and then we take this one and push it against, like, the far wall. No, don't climb it, you silly, non-Kokiri Hylian. And, okay, what we do now is just take this and push it over there. Alright. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that, which is, ooh, nice, very actually convenient for us, so, awesome. So let's push that over there, and there we have it. There is our puzzle more or less solved. Okay, so let's climb on up, and climb on up here. And let's go ahead and use our blue fire on you. There we go. And what we now want to do is go ahead and equip the hammer. Come on, defrost already. Okay, so there is the hammer, and hit that switch, that rusty switch. And now the door has opened itself, I guess. And like I said, it's not a hard puzzle at all. We finished at like 45 seconds, so. Alright, now, as we see here, same kind of embryo thing. Just take it with a light arrow and shoot it. There we go. Alrighty, so there is the ice portion right there. Alright, so we are about 2/6 of the way done, 1/3. So let's go ahead and enter the shadow portion. Alright, so I guess just as a heads up, we are going to get a new item in the shadow portion. That's always nice. Alright, so right here, what we want to do is take the fire torch and, or get that torch and light it. Let's just wait for that bubble to get past. And this like has given me so many troubles in the past. It's basically thrown me overboard. And, ooh, no, you will not eat me. There we go. Just jump attack it, and we should be good. Okay. So, what we want to do now is just aim back here, and... Oh, jeez, that was horrendously off. Let's just throw you over there. There we go. And so now what we can do is just take this and come over here. And I believe we can actually make it. What we want to do here is... Oh, jeez. Okay, good. Alright, so we just get here, and if you notice, this platform actually staged. Always a nice thing. So what we want to do now is just take the hook shot and hit up to that thingy over there. Which, let's see what it contains. Ooh, almost came close to falling there. That's not a good thing. And that contains the golden gauntlets. Very nice. So, it is one of the coolest upgrades, I like to think, but at the same time, it's one of the most short-lived. We use it basically like once, and then, or twice actually, because because of the golden gauntlets now, we can actually, you know, like unlock the way, I guess you can say, to a really, really nice upgrade that I will plan to get after we finish with all the platforms things. But we'll just leave that for later. Okay. And so, crap. I didn't actually do that. Okay. Well, in any case, we can ramify this. Let's just go ahead and equip the hover boots. Okay. Let's just get across here, and we have to take out our hammer. So let's go ahead and do that. And hammer. There we go. Which opens up that door. There we go. And now let's just go ahead and... Oh, jeez. Whoa. Okay, that was too close of a call. Way too close of a call there. Alright. So let's just go ahead and equip our normal equipment. And oof, let's actually unequip the hover boots. Almost said hover gauntlets. Although that would be a pretty cool item. Alright, and even though it's kind of short-lived, it is a pretty cool room nonetheless. Alright. The shadow barrier is dispelled. Please save the princess. Alright, so we're already halfway done with all these barrier thingamajiggers, which we're actually doing pretty good on time, surprisingly enough, so hopefully we can knock out all these in one take, which will make our lives infinitely easier. However, this upcoming part probably won't. Okay, so let's see. Link, it's hot in here. Well, we can easily I know. We can easily ramify this by equipping the Goron tunic. There we go. And now we remove the time limit. Although we could probably finish this in the time limit, but you know, I don't know. I don't want the pressure of it, I guess you could say. Come on, let's just rush. No. Okay. And let's just make it up here. This is a really weird, unorthodox way to do it, but in any case, we can now grab this kind of obelisk thing, and we can... And okay, I gotta say, this is so cool. Link just used, like, you know what? I'm holding it, you know, I'm just showing off. Throw it. Alright. So, right here, let's just go ahead and... Might as well equip the hover boots. I mean, you're not really supposed to do it this way, but you know what? This half the thing about video games is innovating, you know? So, alright, let's just go ahead and go back to the Kokiri boots so we can move faster. And, oh no, we're running out of time, run! Ah! Let's just actually We actually do really need to reset that, and... Oh, jeez, I was actually a little too close for comfort there. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip that. Ooh, that was a close one. Alright, let's go ahead and kill it. Poor Torch Slug. Never stood a chance, did it? Alright, so let's just, without further ado, use the obelisk we used earlier, and there we go. Now, I believe we have to go over here, and over here. I believe we just have to get here to this thingy. And, feel pressured. Oh, jeez. No, no, no! No! I think I failed, yes. Yes, I did. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, I'm not exactly the greatest shot, as you guys probably couldn't tell. But in any case, let's just go ahead and go over here. And just go back. Which, there we go. And, come on. There we go. Barely making it, but that's good enough for me. There we go. And here is the fire one. Always nice. Okay. The fire barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, brother. Alrighty. We heard the guy, so he wants us to hurry up. And I'm sorry, I just really like that kind of like teleporting thingy. That's just so awesome. I find that to be incredibly satisfying. In any case, we're now 2/3 of the way there. So let's just go ahead and go down here, and there is now an obelisk thing that we need to take care of. So Link's awesome. So I guess we have to do it from the front. I like how he just like rubs his hand together and he's like, throw back. And he throws it back into the barrier there, but the barrier isn't even affected, so alright, cool. Let's just go on forward here. And let's see. There's actually an invisible enemy. Oh jeez. And come on. I'm trying to it's a golden Skulltula. That's a Skulltula, isn't it? There we go. I didn't think that was a Skulltula. Anyway, there are like invisible enemies everywhere, so I think for beating them all, there we go. There is a key right there, and let's open up this chest, which of course contains the small key I was just talking about, the aforementioned key. Very nice. Anyway, most of these, well, we don't really need that heart, but most of these are pretty insignificant treasures, so I wouldn't waste my time, and here we are! Oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? There's a Triforce! Clearly that doesn't mean to play Zelda's Lullaby. Oh. Okay, for old time's sake, I suppose, right? Clearly not. Alright, so for doing that, a treasure chest comes out of nowhere, and guess what we get? Yes, that is right, we get a key. Very nice. So, let's just go ahead and come on here, Link. There we go. Alright, and of course, guess what we have here? We have here a nice little rupee thing. And let's just go ahead and we basically just need to weave in and out of the alcove, which isn't too hard actually, so come on. There is 3. And come on. Where's this one? Crap. Oh, there we go. Although it's not really necessary. Let's see, there is one up here, so let's see. And where's the last one, I wonder? I'm trying to remember, actually. I have a good... crap. Oh, okay! That works! And, okay, you guys are going the opposite way. That's cool. I'm down with it. And, oh my gosh! Whatever will we do? Let's just go... I'm actually kind of curious, because even though I know what to do... Yep, that's what I thought. There is a hidden passage there. Cool. So, that actually does appear. Very nice. So, let's go ahead and re-equip the arrows of light and justice! And... I don't know what happened there. Can you guys just pretend, you know, I've been doing amazing so far? As opposed to, you know, the normal crap I'm doing. Alright. The light barrier is dispelled. Hurry! Okay, mister. And he sends us backwards. There we go. And now we have but one remaining. Very nice. Okay. Nice. Alright, so let's just go ahead and go up here, and let's enter the spirit one, I guess. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and take that out with a good old bomb. Bomb? Bomb! And I think you just have to get it directly on its body, otherwise it takes multiple hits. Alright, so there are multiple ways to do this. Ow. And I don't really care about my HP too much, so just ow. You jerk. Just these are, don't worry, these won't come up and attack you. Let's see. Let's just take this out a little bit, so that way we kind of have some breathing space here. You know what I mean? Alright, coolio. And so, just get that there. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna take this out a bit too, breathing space. I know a couple of people just, like, altogether trap them in a different thing, but that's, I don't know, I don't find that to be too efficient. Come on. Alright, there we go. And so, there is one more over here. There we go. And let's just go ahead and long shot our way up there. There we go. And there is that solved. So let's just go on ahead and see what's going on here. Alright, there are 2 torch slugs here, but as we all know, take out your hammer, and there we go. And you can just take care of them relatively easily. And just go over here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so what we're supposed to do here is... Come on. Oh, I think I have to just do that. There we go. Okay, so there is one. And if we open this up... Let's go over here. If we... Come on, Link. There you go. If you open this up, you actually get bomb chews. So that's kind of like a little hint of what we have to do here. So let's just kind of eyeball this, set this up. Come on. Okay. I think that should be good, right? First of all, let's just re-equip the Kokiri tunic, because, come on, that's classic Link. That's standard Link. Alright? And just send that up here, and... Does that make it? I don't think so. Whoa, that just kind of freaked out. Okay. Let's just see if you make it. Come on, make it, make it, make it. There we go. So, for hitting that, we open up the switch. Very nice. Okay, so let's just go on through here. And as we can see here, it's yet another puzzle. So, let's see. As we can see, there is cobwebs. Frickin' cobwebs are preventing us from the fire. And okay, fine. Let's just go ahead and shoot that, and that should let light go through. So there we go. That is the correct one. The rest are relatively irrelevant. So, yep. And for doing that, let's just go ahead and re-equip our things there, and let's dispel the final barrier. There we go. The spirit barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, kid. Okay. Alrighty. So, we went ahead and dispelled every single barrier thing. So now we can go ahead and climb Ganon's tower. However, I think we're going to handle that in the next episode. So, this is Grandpa Armenia signing out. I will see you guys then.